Yo, what is going on, my people? 29 back here with another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the downfall of the Chilean national team. Now, before we start this video, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to smash that subscribe button. It helps me a ton. Like the video as well, it really does help the channel a lot. Now, you may have noticed I'm in a different background. I'm actually not over in my home country of Canada anymore. I'm actually currently in Japan. I will be there for a year or so, so the backgrounds are going to be a little bit different, so please get used to it for now. And I apologize for the inconvenience, but yeah, I have some personal things to do here. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So Chile, this is a national team that everyone knows, right? I mean, there's been so many players that have been playing there, some legendary players that still play today. You've got your Arturo Vidal, your Alexis Sanchez's, your Claudio Bravo, and all these guys that everybody knows because they've played for big clubs, big teams in Europe. But when you look at the national team, you know, this is a team that hasn't qualified for a World Cup since 2014. Chile weren't there in 2018, they weren't there in 2022, and now they are eliminated directly from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. That's 3 World Cups missed for Chile. And for a country that is so passionate about football, that has had a good track record, like this is a good team. We know Chile is a good team. This isn't like a team that qualifies once the World Cup and has never qualified ever again. This is usually considered as a regular, but has kind of lost that status ever since 2014. But you know, they're currently 52 in the or 52nd rather, sorry, in the FIFA World Rankings, which is a significant downgrade compared to what they were a few years back. And it's just, they're not playing to the level that they used to. And when I look at their you know, sort of results, they're very inconsistent. You know, they're getting some big results against some of the smaller sides, you know, back in 2023, even in 2024. But I would say pretty much since 2024, this team has suffered a lot, man. 3-0 to Argentina's, 2-1 to Bolivia's, 2-1 to Brazil, 4-0 to Colombia. You know, this team just keeps on losing. And unfortunately for them, you know, they're dead last in their qualification table, which obviously, you know, that's the reason why they're eliminated from the 2026 World Cup. They have 10 points. They have a goal difference of minus 15. And, you know, they have Brazil up next at, yeah, you know, is a team that is amazing. So for Chile, it's just not looking good. And whenever I look at their stats, and I mean, away, they've had a terrible track record away. They haven't won a single game away. They've drew 1 game and they lost 7, with a goal difference of minus 16. So their away stats are terrible. And I keep looking at this team and their roster. There isn't a player that's significantly amazing. And I mean, you know, you guys are going to say, oh, but you know, they've got Arturo Vidal, they've got Alexis Sanchez, you know, they've got these guys, but these guys are way past their prime. Now, Alexis Sanchez is 36, and I believe Arturo Vidal is 38. Like, these guys, as much good as they can bring, they're way past it, both for Chile and, you know, for their clubs respectively. And it's time to kind of move on, but they don't really have much youngsters that are amazing. They have a few players still playing in Europe. You know, they've got Marcelino Nunez playing for Norwich City. But, you know, if you look at most of their teams, you know, even players like Charles Aranguiz, who used to play for Leverkusen a while back, he's 36 and he plays for a team in Chile. Like, all these big players, quote unquote, they're just not there. And the players that do play in Europe, there's very few of them. They're just not as good as you know, Chile have always been. That's just a reality. It's an aging squad. They have a few young players there and there. I want to give a special shout out to Lucas Asadi, who is Chilean, but apparently is also half Iranian or something like that. I know Iranian fans were going crazy of this guy back when they found out he was like Iranian or something. I don't even know if he actually is Iranian. That's just, it's always been there. But yeah, Lucas Asadi, 21 years old, bright young talent from Chile. But this is a team that, man, I mean, yo, they won the Copa America back in 2016. That's not that long ago. It is, but not that long ago. And to see them not even being able to come back and qualify for the World Cup, you know, in 2014, we're like, okay, guys made it to the World Cup. 2016, you won the Copa America. You're like, what can go wrong from this point? I mean, you're winning the biggest trophies there is for your continent. And in 2018, doesn't arrive. 2022 doesn't arrive. Absolutely nothing arrives for this Chilean side. And if we look at their last team, I mean, they haven't won a game since February 9th, which was a friendly game against Panama, a 6-1 win, which is pretty respectable. But you know, after a World Cup qualification, the games that actually do matter for the World Cup 1-0 loss to Paraguay. 0-0 against Ecuador, which isn't terrible. 1-0 to Argentina, which also isn't terrible, and then 2-0 to Bolivia. But you've got points that you have to go get. Maybe you're not going to win against the big guys, the Argentinas, the Brazils, but you got to go get those points against Bolivia's. You got to go get those points against Ecuador, Paraguay, against Peru. Those are the sort of teams that you have to go get your points from if you're not going to beat the big guys. They failed to do that, and they've knocked themselves out of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But that's for Chile right here, because the way I see it, man, I don't know what good I can really say about this Chilean side. I mean, they've got a few good youngsters there and there. Dario Osorio, who plays in Denmark, I believe, is ones to watch, and Lucas Asadi, as I just mentioned. But most of the teams, they're aging, man. They don't have that many youngsters in the roster, at least from what I can see. Some 22-year-olds, some 25-year-olds, which is decent. It's not in Iran where you've got 35-year-olds all over the pitch, but it's an aging squad. The big guys aren't able to produce, unfortunately, and it hurts. It hurts when you see things like that. When your big players aren't able to produce, you kind of tell yourself that it's over. These guys aren't going to perform at the highest level ever again. So the Chile, this could be something where they're going to suffer right now, but over the long term, they might come back. And I believe in Chile. This is not a team that gives up. I mean, again, if you look at their games against the bigger sides, the Brazils and the Argentinas, they've actually been very close to getting something out of those games. But all in all, this team just looks uninspiring. I mean, Eduardo Vargas is their top scorer with only 3 goals. That's not a lot. They don't score that many goals. They've only scored 9 goals. That's not good. Not good at all. They've conceded 24. Like I said, they have a goal difference of -15. So where does Chile go from here? You guys let me know down in the comment section down below. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, like the video as well. It helps a ton. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.